Paul, a big game on Saturday against a strong West Coast side. First of all, what's the update with Stu Cramry?
Yeah, Stu's obviously in a bad way with the dislocated shoulders, so he won't play. It is a very big game for us, obviously, and the equation's pretty simple. We win, we're in the finals, and so it does mean a lot to us. Unfortunately, Stu, who's been our leading goal kicker this year, won't be available. Now, whether he's available at all for the rest of the year will be determined over the next 24 hours. He's having a scan today. He's also seeing a surgeon, Greg Hoy, who's a shoulder specialist, who in fact did surgery on him 5 years ago. He had a shoulder reconstruction 5 years ago to the same shoulder. So Greg Hoy will have another look at that, and then we'll work out what the process is from there. And really, it's a matter. He's going to need an operation of some sort. It's whether we hold it out for a couple of weeks, or whether we say no, let's go and get it done and rule him out for the year. So they're the questions that are being asked at the moment.
And are there any concerns surrounding skipper Joe Watson?
Well, there always is with concussion and with Job and Andrew Welsh as well. They're both obviously clearly suffered from concussion from the weekend. Probably Andrews was a little bit more severe than Job's. So they've both pulled up reasonably well. I've spoken to them both this morning, and they're very clear, coherent, no headaches, no nausea. So they're all good signs. We'll test them today. We'll test them again later in the week, and we'll make a decision from there. But the early signs are good, but concussion's one of those things you just need to monitor for the whole week and make sure that they're fine. We don't want to take any risks. But at the same time, we'd love to have have your captain and your vice captain available for what's an important game for us.
And are Michael Hurley and Tate Pearce a chance to return for the crucial game this weekend?
They are both those young, strong defenders. Come forward for Hurls. Yeah, it'll be good, but we would expect. Again, they've got to get through a week of training, so no guarantees, but I'd be shocked if Michael Hurley's not available. He should be fine. And Tate, we would expect to play as well, but he does have to get through jump a couple more hurdles to make sure about that.
And how is Trav Collier progressing with his recovery?
Good, yeah. Look, Travis is he's well ahead of schedule. He was a chance to have played last week, and I think we might have talked about that last week. And unfortunately, in the end, there was just a little bit of a risk factor on him. He'll be right for this week, so he'll be available for selection. So now whether that's at AFL level, the coaches and the match committee will determine. But it's clearly he was starting to play some really good football, and his run would really help us over the course of the next few weeks.
And in a longer term injury update, how are Jason Winderlich and Courtney Dempsey tracking?
Good. Both those lads are ahead of schedule at the moment, so they're going really well. They'd love to, of course, be involved now. It's an exciting time that here we are. We come to our last game. When it comes to this time of year, when you've got a bit of spring in the air, a bit of summer, you want to make sure that you're involved in finals football. And so those boys, and Sam Lonigan's in the same boat. They'd love to be out there involved, but they're doing what they can in terms of their own rehab. And in some ways, it's a sign to the other guys that are available that this is a great time of year, and let's make the most of it while we can.
And Kale Hooker made a successful return from injury in the VFL on the weekend. Yeah,
he did. In fact, he's played 2 now. His first one he battled and clearly struggled to really let himself go. But on the weekend, he was one of the better players. So, so he's available as well. And Henry Slattery also played very well. So we've got some options. We've got a few boys that are very sore, but we've got an 8-day break coming back from Perth. So I think we're going to need it to make sure that a few of the other boys get up as well. But we'll just assess things as the week goes on.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks.